Hey family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR prepping. You already know what time it is. Get your drink, pull up. Boy, I tell you, this coffee is hitting today. It is hitting. Love it. So, already had a confrontation with hubby today. Just so you know, I bought a bunch of creamer, not liquid creamer, but a bunch of the powdered creamer, right, for coffee. It's for the preps, right? Bought it the other day. Mistake, didn't put it away right away. Was on the counter. One was missing this morning. He took it to work. I had to send him a bunch of emojis, show him my concern that he had taken from the preps. Sir, we do not do that. Just a little bit of fun there. So anyway, today I want to bring you guys a topic. This isn't to alarm you, okay? This is not a scare tactic, oh my gosh, but it is just a warning, let you know what's happening right now in the world, something that's happening. And if it affects you, right? If you're a preparedness person, that means you stockpile, there's a product that you need to go check to see what you have. You know, and or if you have any family members that are using artificial tears, right, eye drops, you need to be concerned. So what are we talking about? We're talking about some reports that are going around about an eye infection, a bacteria that is going around. I'm gonna say this name. It's a Pseudomonas aeruginosa. I know I murdered it, you guys. Okay, so just don't judge me. The first part of that, the Pseudomonas, I guess that's a pretty, not popular, but a pretty common eye infection that people that wear contacts get. So no big deal, right? But this other piece of it is just, I guess, the same type of thing, but a more rare strand, okay? And the reason why there's even any kind of concern in general is because this rare strand is hard to battle because it's resistant to antibiotics. So this strand that's going around is an antibiotic resistant bacteria infection. Now, and it can get into blood and stuff like that, right? Other parts of the body, that's no bueno, right? Now, so what's happening? 55 cases so far, and this is, you can look this up. It's all over the internet. You could say CDC, eye drops, recall, any of that stuff will pull up. 55 people so far across, like, I think 11 or 12 states. One death actually in my state. Washington State actually has a person who died in King County. Now I'm just going to tell you what maybe gave me the EBGBs there is, I don't know if you remember, but that's where COVID started. King County, right? I didn't like it, right? King County, one person died. And then I think a handful of people, 3 or 4 people, have actually gotten blind in one eye from using the eye drops and have got blindness. Now, this is where it goes left. There's some other symptoms, some other things that people are reporting, and that's other respiratory stuff, which, as we know, there's other respiratory stuff going around. So this could easily get chopped into being one of those. Or people thinking, oh, I just have respiratory stuff, or I have COVID, or I have RSV, or I have flu, or whatever, right? But people are reporting that. They're reporting UTIs, and they're reporting sepsis, cases of sepsis. So I don't know if you guys know, but remember what happened to Pops? Pops was on preservative-free artificial tears. He has them. And he had sepsis. This has been going on since June. I guess the CDC has been tracking this since June. And he had sepsis and he had UTI, you guys, and he was using artificial preservative-free tears. Now, he wasn't using the brand that they're talking about right now. So there's a very specific brand. It is Ezra Care Artificial Tears. I'll put a picture of it right now. The concern is this: only about 85% of the cases knew for a fact they used Ezra, reported that. So that company has now, they're working with the FDA and different people, all the different entities, right? All the ABCs to do a real recall of it, okay? You're going to see reports of it being recalled, right? I think they're doing the internal recall, calling patients, getting it out in the news, right? But the problem is that they sell their product to other companies as well that have other names, okay? And then of the other people, they either didn't remember what kind or they weren't sure, right? And so there's other eye drops that are people are reporting, but the list isn't anywhere. I can't find a list of the other eye drops. So what does this mean to you? What do you take from this? What I would take from this is one, if you prepare in your stockpile, go take a look at your the eye drops that you keep, right? I keep a lot of herbal stuff, right? This is an herbal one. Eye wash, right? So I looked at the eye wash stuff, which is just like an eye rinses. And then I looked at eye drops, right? Herbal stuff. And then I looked at actual preservative-free, any kind of artificial tears and what we had. We didn't have any of the Esri kind. But again, I'll be watching closely because as they come up with other names, if they do at all, we'll be able to go back and look at what we have and see if anything else is going to be an issue. Okay. What else does this mean? Well, it means notifying, I let my family know. I did get a lot of, even though it was through text message, it was through a family text message. I did seem to get blown off, I think, in that text message. But had a more serious one-on-one conversation with one of my sister-in-laws this morning, and mentioned the sepsis piece of it because I actually didn't know that part yesterday. So if you have anybody in your family member that takes eye drops, especially on a regular basis, this should be something that you probably just bring up to the doctor and have a discussion and see what the options are, and do they even need them, and is there other stuff they can get, and what exactly is the problem? Is it the ingredient that is in that? And, can it be found in something else? Now, because it's a bacteria, people can get that all types of ways, especially your eyes. People touch their faces. If something gets on the tip, it's very easy to contaminate stuff. But when you talk about something that's happening across multiple states, obviously those people are not talking to each other. It's not because stuff's it's something that's in the bottles, right? It's major. It wouldn't be spread across all these states with all these people if it wasn't something. And then because it's in the preservative-free products, right? And people are like, oh, it's preservative-free. I don't want all the extra stuff in there. I want the preservative-free stuff because I'm putting it in my eye and all this stuff. But the problem is that the non-preservative stuff, the preservative-free stuff, that's why the bacteria is able to grow, because there's nothing in the eye drops to fight off a bacteria, right? Because it's preservative-free. So that's kind of the opposite problem with this is, you try to get something that doesn't have preservatives in it, but that could actually be the thing or one piece of it that if it had something in it, it could stop the bacteria in the first place. So listen, nothing to panic about, something to keep your eye on, something I'll just be listening out over the next weeks, couple months, just to see what else comes out, any other updates, if there updates to recalls, updates to other eye drops, other preservative-free artificial tears, like what else comes from this. It hit me because a couple things. One, the person that died is in my state. Two, it's a product that I knew we had been using with Pops and that the family was continuing to use with Pops. And then when I seen some of the other symptoms and things that were happening to the other people, that gave me pause for concern because those were a couple of the exact symptoms that he had. And what gave me pause is that they've actually been tracking this since June, you guys. I've seen a couple different reports that are wonky because like one said, literally it said May 22 to January 22. So it was kind of backwards. And so then I thought maybe that's a typo. They meant May 22 to January 23. And then I saw another one that said January 22 and like June 22. So I'm like, somewhere last spring is when this started and they've been tracking it ever since. And right now is where I'm seeing this showed up yesterday or the day before in all my feeds. I started basically seeing it pop up in multiple places. So then I was like, okay, normally if I see one thing, I might click on it, open it, just get the real basic gist of what's going on, and then I move on, right? Something is causing something, I just read it for fun, right? Just to get a little bit of basics. But when I see it start popping up multiple places, especially if it's not mainstream media, right? It's other places, other sources, then that's when I start to dig a little bit more and see, are they all saying the same thing? Are they saying different pieces, different facts? So that I can just kind of take that all together and have it for myself and then figure out. So the first thing I did was, I just looked at my own stockpile to see what we had. and we didn't have any of the Ezra. I'll make sure, I mean, I've already probably put it up on the screen already, but I'll put it on the screen again, just so you guys can see it. But the problem is that what I'm reading is they've already reported that they have their product, the Esri product, that's under different names. And so that's the problem, is like, yeah, they're pulling all the Esri stuff, but because they're not mentioning the other names yet, we don't see a list. They're not mentioning the other eye drops that the other people, you know, the other folks that weren't part of that 85% took. It's a little wonky for me because I want to know, right? So if you're the type that has to have artificial tears a lot, I probably would just switch to like just a basic eye wash right now, just, you know, to keep them clean and give you a little bit of liquid in there. And I would probably just be staying away right now until this came out, or just talking to your doctor on the risk, and just paying attention to what could possibly happen. Pay attention to your eyes, right? If you have yellow or greenish, any kind of discharge coming out of them, if they're, I think I wrote down different things. Eye pain, if you're feeling extra sensitivity, I can't even read my own stinking writing, you guys, but you know, obviously you know yourself. And so if your eyes start giving you a problem, you start getting blurry vision, way more sensitivity, actual discharge is super, super bad, you need to go see somebody, right? And just know that if you're taking these artificial tears, that could be something that's contributing to that. Who knows, right? So I hope you guys are well. It's the weekend. It's Friday. I know this is not the video I was going to do for this channel. I did do the update, the chicken coop update. That is on the other channel. I know I was going to bring it here today, but because this came out, I wanted to get this information to you guys. Hopefully, I'm sure you guys are going off in the chat and just maybe letting people know what you're hearing, whatever. But I wanted to be able to discuss this today. So if you were looking for an update on the chicken coop and what we've done and what we've added to it, I guess, since our last video, check that video out at Mama Bear Homestead channel. That link for that channel is in the description box. And then I try to link the video when it comes out at 3. This video comes at 2, that video comes out at 3. I try to link it to this channel and the community page as well, so you have an easy link. And then of course, just another plug for Patreon. We are doing fantastic over there. Lots of people joining every single day, and we are delving into farther down the rabbit hole is basically what you're going to get over there. Okay, I've got a couple of tiers you can choose from. But super excited group over there. We have our own Discord for that. A couple people have asked me about, how do I get into your Discord? I don't have a Discord for general population, right? Discord is for Patreons only. And so that's the only way that you get into that Discord channel. Let's see, what else? Weekend, I guess, what do you guys have planned? I know a lot of people are planning their gardens, their layouts, their seeds, their starters. I'm super, super excited. I was going to do a video for you guys on just the things to get ready for gardening, but I don't know, would you guys like a video like that? I'm not sure if you guys will appreciate a video like that over here. You guys like the more gloom and doom over here. But let me know, okay? We're staying busy. I hope you guys are too. Be well, be kind, and do everything in love. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Bye.